It is time to revisit the JMAZ MAD PAR 4 IP, and this time it brought along some friends and accessories. So let's take a look at them. Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to revisit JMAZ's MAD PAR 4 IP and do a brief recap of what makes this light so special, as well as some new accessories that JMAZ has released that work in conjunction with this. We have a chrome and a white cover, so it can change the appearance of our par. An adjustable plastic globe that fastens on and changes the light projection pattern, as well as a cylindrical tower attachment and a square tower attachment. Before we dive too much into these new accessories, let's do a brief recap of what makes the MAD PAR 4 IP so special. This JMAZ par has all the hallmarks you'd expect out of a modern day par. It's lightweight and it's compact. It has a built-in battery and wireless DMX for cable-free operation. It is IP65 rated. It is water resistant. It has a nice adjustable sliding bracket. You can project the lights on a surface at the angle you want, or you can hang your favorite mounting hardware on the back. It has 4 LEDs with a beam angle of 10 degrees, so very narrow. Each LED can do red, blue, green, white, amber, and UV. And what truly makes this light unique from others on the market is it has like these 4 holes on the corners so that you can apply attachments to it. When you purchase yourself a set of MAD PARs, it comes with like this defrosted filter, so it takes that beam angle from 10 degrees to 20 degrees. And you fasten it with these thumb screw mounting hardware. You simply line it up and screw it on. I'll show you really quick. So if you see it shining at that curtain behind me, it's like a very narrow beam angle. You can see it's like very defined right there. And then with this filter on, it widens that up. It disperses the light in more places. If you want like a very defined projection pattern for like an uplight, then you can do it like this. And then if you widen it, then it changes that pattern. And having it wider can make this really good as like a dance floor wash. So let's first talk about these covers. So overall, the MAD PAR is a good looking par, and it comes in black. But there might be certain situations where you would like this to be white or chrome. And that's where these MAD PAR covers come into play. This is so simple. It just slips on, and then it lines up these holes. And for the white and the chrome covers, it comes with another set of silver hardware, which is a nice detail because the default one is black, and white just blends in a little bit better. So you simply screw it on, just like that, and then there you go. You don't need to buy a whole set of white hardware and black hardware. You can just use the same uplight and just change the skin. Very ingenious design, to be honest. This would look amazing with a white DJ setup. Okay, and let's try on the chrome. So again, the chrome just slips on. And chrome almost gives it like an invisibility cloak because it reflects its surroundings and it makes a small, compact par even more discreet. So yeah, really cool. And just like this included filter changes the projected pattern of this par, the same thing can be said for these 3 attachment accessories. In addition to how it changes the pattern of like how the light is projected, they also look pretty cool. So let's start with this globe. It has like these 4 holes on the bottom, and this just sits on top of the par. It just lines up, and then you attach it. I've attached it on a couple of sides, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. And let's turn it on. So yeah, pretty cool. I look like a fortune teller or something. If anybody looks at this directly, they're not going to go blind, but you can see it's spreading some light. You can see that on the backdrop behind me. So yeah, you could use this like in a video or photographer setting to shine light on your subject in an interesting way. You could set this, if you had a couple of these, on your DJ booth. Or if you're ambitious, you could have this from the ceiling and it almost just looks like a normal lighting fixture. So I think this is pretty cool. I'd love to see how others are using this. Let's take it off. And let's try one of these towers. Okay, here we go. All right, so here is our MAD PAR square tower. It is 3.3 feet tall, and it is 4 inches across. It looks like a mini totem, you know? It diffuses the light, it's pleasant to look at, it doesn't take up too much room. So you could potentially put this on top of a DJ table just to provide a nice, pleasant glow, or to the side of a DJ setup. But since it is attached to your par, and it's really lightweight, it barely weighs anything at all. It only weighs 2 pounds. And by the way, these are made of polyurethane plastic. You could potentially have this hanging down, almost like a tube type thing, or you could have it like to the side. The difference between these two towers is this one is a tube and this one is a square, and it emits / projects the lights slightly differently. All right, here's what the tubular one looks like versus the square one. I don't think I got a shot of what this looks like on the inside, so there you go. I will say that I love that these come with a quick start guide with 1 page. Put it on top of the par with the provided thumb screws. That's it. This is what the bottom of this one looks like. Hollow inside. All right, what are my thoughts on the JMAZ MAD PAR accessories? I love a product line that has a lot of available accessories, like a whole ecosystem of gear available for you to use for your unique situation. Like I said in my original review of the MadPar, I really liked this diffusion filter, that it was removable. It added versatility to your light, so you didn't need to own like a set of different pars for different applications. And this is a lot easier to put on rather than like changing the actual individual LEDs and bulbs in the pars themselves. But one of the critiques I had of this filter is that in the included case, you could not keep the filter on with the thumb screw. There was not enough room for the par and the thumb screws. And the same thing would be true with these covers. You would not be able to travel with these covers on in the provided flight case. In fact, that's really not even something that applies to just the thumb screws. This is too wide to fit inside the case. And while I like these plastic accessories, I think that you can do some truly creative and unique things with these. They're not the most portable. Their shape is very rigid, it's not collapsible, so transporting these could be a challenge. But other than that, I think they're pretty cool. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. And remember, if you're interested in checking these out, I'll have a link in the description below. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.